Don't let no one, don't let nothing steal your joy. Don't let anything steal your joy. Good morning, everybody. What a wonderful morning it is. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Oh my God, it's still chilly here in the St. Louis Metro East area, the St. Louis metropolitan area, period. Still a little chilly, a little rain outside, but you know what? This morning, I woke up with this in my heart, and I want to share this with you. Don't let anything, anybody, nothing, or no one steal your joy. Don't let it happen. Sean, don't let it happen. Angela, do not let it happen. Thelma, do not let it happen. Orly, do not let. Carolyn, absolutely not. I'm going to give you three things about joy stealers, and you better not let it happen to you this morning. Good morning, Anna. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. Outstanding morning. A little chilly here in the St. Louis area. I don't know how it is where you are. Man, I thought spring has sprung this past Sunday, but I guess not. Still got a few chilly days in front of us. So you got to dress accordingly. Amen. You got to dress accordingly. Hey, this morning, I just want to share this word with you on this morning. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Don't let anybody steal your joy. I'm going to give you the text, the talk, and the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. You know what? The text, and then three things about the text, and then a takeaway. But before I do that, I want to just greet if it's your first, second, or third time joining us. Hey, thank you for being with us on this morning. We get together, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we want you to do a couple things. I'm going to give you a word. Then you put that word, the revelation that you get in the chat area, then share it. Please share it. Let me get into this word. When I was coming up and when I gave my life to Christ at age 12 at the Southern District Youth Camp of the United Holy Church of America, Incorporated, around Wilmington, North Carolina, there was an old man that would be singing. He would sing and he would be sitting in the cafeteria area of that youth camp. And he said, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me, and the world can't take it away." Now we were tweens, little young teenagers, 12, 13, 14 years old, and the way he sang it, he would grab his fist every time. Now you have to know, as kids, we were going to enjoy that. That was a laughter moment, not during church because we knew better, but after church we would mimic him. But now that we're older, we do more than mimicking him. He said, "This joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away." Let's talk about that this morning. Nehemiah 8:9. Nehemiah 8:9. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Here's the context. Now, this is what's going on in this text. Nehemiah has returned to Jerusalem, and he has been given by King Darius the opportunity to rebuild the walls that were torn down under Nebuchadnezzar when they came in and took the children of Israel into bondage back in Babylon, now Iraq. He comes back, he views the city, he is broken down, he's sad, he's wondering which way to go, what to do, how do we restore the walls of Jerusalem. The walls of Jerusalem provided safety around the city. Now, but then he writes this, it drops in his spirit, he conveys it to the people, and he leads with this: the joy of the Lord is our strength. I want to identify for you three joy stealers. Three joy stealers. There are more, but let's just deal with three this morning. The first joy stealer is a sad countenance. A sad countenance. Nehemiah had a sad countenance. And then it occurred to him, that won't get it done. That will not accomplish what God needs to work through me. A sad countenance. You remember the text in Genesis where it says, when God speaks to Cain, it says, "Why are you downcast?" Well, here's the response to both of that. Psalms 8, when it tells us this, He is the lifter of our head. He is the lifter of our head. When you're sad, you tend to drop your head. And I want to tell you this morning, that's a joy stealer. Lift your head, O ye gates, and be ye lifted up, ye everlasting doors, for the King of glory shall come in. The second joy stealer you got to be on guard for is fear. Fear. I'm telling you, whenever you are afraid, whenever you get anxious, be anxious for nothing, for God careth for you. With prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, make your requests known. Whenever you become fearful and anxious, it will cause you to lose your joy. It really will. And you need to know that's why he said in Psalms 23, I will prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Why is that important? I've said it before, let me say it again. Because you cannot eat on an unsettled stomach. And when you are fearful, when you are anxious, have you noticed your appetite leaves? And what God is saying in the 23rd Psalm, that's going away. Because that's why I'm going to prepare a table for you. You're going to eat right in front of your enemies. Why? Because he's going to get rid of that fear with faith and restore your joy. Restore your joy. So don't you let the joy stealer of a sad countenance, don't you let the joy stealer of you now being fearful and anxious take your joy. Here's the third joy stealer. The third joy stealer is this: fatigue. Fatigue. Did you realize that when you get tired, you don't think well, you don't operate well, you get burned out? Sometimes you get burned out in serving in church or doing your job or whatever the case may be. Therein lies a joy stealer. When you get fatigued, you get cranky. Yeah, cranky, a little frustrated, a little irritated, and it takes your joy. What are you going to do about that? Here's your takeaway this morning. This is what you're going to do. You're going to identify these joy stealers and others and stop them before they steal your joy. I remember that man that sat down on that hard bench in the cafeteria of the camp in which I gave my life to Christ. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to you. And don't you let the world take it away. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you, give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning manna. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.